when we meet with prospects and clients, risk is an interesting topic from an understanding perspective. Clients have an understanding of risk. Obviously, they understand what the word means, but the literal understanding of it and how it works in a portfolio context is very different than what do you think. A lot of people, obviously, from a risk perspective, they want the least downside they want from a portfolio perspective, and basically all the upside that they can get. So it's very one dimensional, you can say it, from a risk reward perspective. You don't want to really take the risk, but when we are you know seeing the return, they want all the returns of it too. And we actually had this conversation this morning with one of the clients. He didn't want to take the risk, but he wants the portfolio to grow high single digits to low double digits. And I was like, how do you really match that with the concept of understanding the risk? So what we try to explain to client is, first, what is their comfort level on a personal and psychological side from a risk perspective, but also looking at it from a their goal standpoint. What is the appropriate level of risk they should take to meet their goals? So first we'll start with, okay, what are the goals, and to achieve the goals, what do we have to do to get to the goals, and what kind of rate of returns we would need, what kind of risk would that mean to get that rate of return. So the analysis may say, from a life vision perspective, you need X amount of rate of return. And based on that, you can look at historically how the portfolios have moved in the past, and you can come up with a number. And okay, that means a drawdown in any given year, your portfolio can decline X or
This,
so.
yeah,
And then
the,
we go back to the
the,
client. Do they feel comfortable, if that happens? How would they feel if their portfolio declined 10%, 20% in a given year, depending on the volatility of the market and how history has kind of shown us. And then based on that, if they can say, oh, I'm comfortable, I'm not comfortable, we come back with a plan. Okay, let's do this. How can we make you comfortable to understand the risk? What does that entail if we take less risk from a portfolio perspective? What we have to give it up also on the other side? That also becomes a part of a conversation from a risk reward perspective. And understanding their capacity, their psychological ability to take the risk, withstand the market volatility. How do we structure the portfolio according to their need, as well as what I have outlined from a goal standpoint? And that's what we like to do with clients in a lot of empirical evidence, showing them, from a report perspective, that this is really what it means taking the risk and how the portfolio should be structured. And do you feel comfortable about that?